G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the thumbnail, today we are talking Wilwood brake systems. We all like to make our cars go faster, but not always try and make them slow down. So
you don't want to end up in the sand.
Who's this guy?
What's going on?
So we're going to do a little unboxing video. Now, it's not like your normal unboxing video. I've had this box for probably 18 months or longer, probably longer. And I've opened it, but we'll show you what's in the kit anyway, and then we'll fit it on the car, mock up, and yeah, take a look. Okay guys, so let's take a look at the kit in question. As I said before, this is a Wilwood kit, 6-piston. It's actually, the part number is, what do we got? 140-8753/D. It's a 330mm rotor, 2-piece rotor with an alloy hat. And so yeah, 330mm. They also do another part number exactly the same with a different dog bone and a larger outer rotor. That one is a 343. The reason I didn't choose that one is because I plan on running a 17-inch front runner, like a weld style or a billet specialties. I'm not quite decided yet, but I needed something that was going to be good for brake clearance on a 17, and a 343 wasn't going to cut it. It was going to be too big, so that's why I've gone to that one. And yeah, the car in question, I forgot to say, is a VR Commodore, so it's your early 90s typical shitbox. That yeah, that's what we're going to be putting them on anyway. So let's take a look at what's in the box, and yeah, we can go from there. So first thing we've got, probably the most boring part, is the brake pads. No one cares about those really. They don't look cool. And here we go here. This is one of the calipers. I'll get one out so you can take a look at it, see the size of it, and all the rest of it. I went with the black. You can get black or red with this kit. Obviously black is best, always. No exceptions. But here it is. So that's the caliper there, 6-piston. Should pull the car up pretty good, I think. I've also got a VZ master and booster in the car also to help go along with this, so it should all work in unison quite well. But that's the caliper there anyway, so we'll just plonk that over here. Next part out is the alloy hat. There it is there. Once again, black, anodized, nice sexy looking piece. Pretty straightforward. This doesn't come in the kit, but this is what they recommend in the instructions. This is a 271 Loctite, so that's what we'll use to use the fasteners to fasten the alloy hat to the rotor. So there's that there. And here we've got the dog bone. So yeah, that's another pretty straightforward piece. Two of those, obviously. What else we got here? Oh, and here we go, the fasteners. So obviously you get one packet each for each rotor. Once again, this is all pretty basic stuff, as I'm sure you guys are aware. And the last piece to the puzzle is, sorry, the second last piece to the puzzle are the two rotors. So we'll get this one out. Oh, don't forget the all-important stickers. You've got to have those to put on your toolbox or your lift, in my case, or what have you. Very important. So there we go. Pretty basic. Like I said, 330mm. Should just fit under any sort of 17-inch front runner that I decide I want to use. So let's get to mock-up.
Stop it. This is why we're friends.
Did we just become best friends? And of course, I've lost one stud somewhere along the way, but I'll find that, that's alright. This is just mock-up for now anyway, so... Oh no, there it is. So we can cut all that out.
It's staying!
And there we go, that's one rotor mocked up. No Loctite, no tyre wire. Yeah, this is just for mock-up, as I said, so it'll be just fine for now. It's all coming back off again and will be done properly. And so let's offer it up to the car. I'll show you some other obstacles we need to overcome as well with the brake lines. So let's get into it. Rightio, so as you can see, this is why I've decided to upgrade to the bigger brakes, because these ones aren't really that flash, even in standard form without this sort of carry-on going on. So I'll just offer it up just so you can see a little size comparison there. I think these rotors are a 290mm rotor, I think, from memory. A lot narrower as well. This one's got a good thickness on it. Should save a bit of weight as well, being that it's got an alloy hat. So let's throw them on and get to it. Something I forgot to mention before, these bad boys. This is a hub ring adapter, because the brake kit is for 2004 GTO, as they call it in America, Almanaro. These hub rings need to be used. This is a VRVS car, obviously, so yeah, you need to use these. These are not a part of the kit. I got these ones off eBay. They weren't very expensive. Can't remember how much they were, but yeah, you need these, FYI. Moment of truth. Like I mentioned before, this is just mock-up. These are lock nuts on here, so I don't really want to run them on right now because they're going to be deemed useless after this, I believe. So we'll leave it a little loose and floppy for the mock-up purposes, which are right here. So this is why we're mocking it up. We've got the dump pipe here. We need to get a brake line from here to here. It also needs to not clash with the articulation of the suspension and the wheel going back and forth. So before I pull all the stuff out of this engine bay for a bit of a tidy up and then a final assembly, I wanted to get the brake line at least mocked up, or at least I know what I'm getting into before I go any further. So let's take a look at the lines. Okay, so here's the brake line bits and pieces I've bought. We've got some Dash 3 AN hose with a PVC coating on it. All speed flow. All these parts are all speed flow. It's the best stuff you can get by far. Aussie made. It's literally my favourite car part to buy out of everything. You're buying it all the time, and yeah, I just love it. So what we've got here is, these are all steel fittings, a variety of things. I'm doing some hard line inside the engine bay. I've got some heat sleeve here as well for the AN line for where it runs past the dump pipe, so just a bit of added protection. Tube nuts, you know, just all the general stuff. A T, this is all for inside the engine bay. Bulkheads, all that sort of carry on. So let's go and try and offer it up to the caliper and the body and see what sort of clearance issues we might run into. Righto guys, so here we are. We've got a bit of the hose mock up here, like really mocked up. I haven't even put the hose end on properly. I've literally just slipped it on just for now because I wasn't sure if I was going to use a straight hose end or I might have to use a 45 or something like that or whatever. So we've come to the conclusion that this is about the length that I want. We've got it marked there. I've bent the tab down to roughly 45 degrees just to the way the suspension moves and articulates. When it was straight up, we were having problems at ride height with it touching the dump pipe and also getting too close to the wheel. So we've bent that down. We'll put a bulkhead fitting there, a 90-degree bulkhead fitting, and have the brake line come up and go through a grommet there in the engine bay. So that'll come down and under. Couldn't film any of what we were doing because there's just literally no room in there. I could barely get my hand and my head in there at the same time as it was. So anyway. Okay guys, so that concludes today's episode. I've got done what I needed to get done, which was figure out the line routing. I'll cover the rest of the install on another episode, along with some of the or all of the other mods that I've done on this car. This is halfway, 3/4 of the way through a mock-up stage, so there's definitely more episodes coming. If you like Holden V8s, if you like turbochargers and all that other cool stuff, make sure you subscribe to the channel because, yeah, we've definitely got a heap more content of this car coming through. So, yeah, like always, comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you later.